All right, welcome everybody to day 2 of Roland Garros, and today's a big day. Today feels like the first real day. Yesterday, we had some good matches, we had some upsets, it was fun, but today feels like the real thing. We got all the big names, all the contenders, most of the contenders playing today. So, let's see what happens. We're starting with Raducanu. She's taking on Wang, which... I don't know if they've played before. Let me double check. I know Raducanu's played. I don't know if it was. I think it might be in the other Wang. But yeah, we got Swiatek coming up soon. We've got Alcaraz coming up later today. Sinner's coming up later tonight. Yeah, they played once. Okay, so I am remembering properly. They have played once. If I can just find where. Also, Boronia versus Osaka, which I think is match of the day. Yeah, they played in Linz 2021, and it was 7-5 third set Wang. I do remember that on the indoor hard courts after Raducanu won the US Open. We were following her on the tour to see what she could do. Tough match, 3 setup, indoor hard courts, but Raducanu's been good on clay, so I'm expecting this to be maybe better for Raducanu. She has been good on the clay. By the way, yesterday, as predicted, that Sonego-Shelton match went 5 sets. It didn't go to Sonego. Shelton came back from 2 sets to 1. Great comeback, but yeah, that was a 5-set banger. So they picked the right match for the night session. They definitely picked it. They picked the right match. The money's worth match. GMP played yesterday. Yep. There's actually a lot of 5-setters yesterday. So Rude is actually coming on soon as well. Poprid as well is coming on today. Alcaraz is coming up later, as I mentioned. Fritz is playing today. Runa's playing today. Tsitsipas is playing today. Wawrinka's playing today. Sinner's playing tonight. Feast is on today. And then on the women's side, we've got Raducanu here. We've got Swiatek soon. Boronia versus Osaka is happening later. Dash is playing. Keys is playing. Penko is playing. And yeah. And then tomorrow, anyone who hasn't played is tomorrow. I think Raducanu might also be playing. So definitely plenty of stuff to think about. Yeah, Kostruk lost yesterday. That was a shock. Kostruk losing, Stearns and Kostruk losing was a massive surprise. Yeah, it was really disappointing for both. You know, it was really shocking for both. But yeah. Rafa ceremony was brilliant. Did you catch it? Yeah, I watched the replay, but it didn't feel the same watching it replay. Watching it live would have been... They didn't show it in Australia live, so it was a little bit of... I watched it and I was like, this isn't... It was still like interesting, but it wasn't as good as if it was live. Swiatek is definitely not winning the French. Okay. If you say so. If you say so. By the way, Raducanu does have an injury problem. She had a back problem last week. She played through, but she did get did have treatment. So yeah. So she did have a back issue yesterday. Oh, sorry, last week. Watched the Rafa ceremony. I choked up when they unveiled the footprint. Yeah, that was cool. That's such a cool thing. That's such a cool way of honoring Rafa without having a name after a stadium. I like that. Like, obviously, they're not going to rename the stadium, but that's a nice... That other slams should take note. I don't know if they can. I mean, Wimbledon should... If they can't name Andy Murray a stadium, they should at least make a... Do something like that. I mean, that was such a good idea. I don't know how they do it. Maybe with chalk and grass. I don't know. The grass gets replaced, so I don't know. But I love that Rafa, the Rafa footprint plaque. That was such a good idea. Steph match is going to be a good one. Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of maybe good ones today. There's a lot of potential good matches today. So let's see if any of them, because sometimes good matches don't play out, but sometimes matches we think are not going to be good play out. Also, I think it might be rain around today as well, so we just got to keep an eye on that as well. The weather. Sun's out right now, so that's not a problem, but yeah, we just got to keep an eye on the weather as well. But players better come out on court. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Players are about to walk out on court, and we can start this match. Day 2, big day. Big day. And then tomorrow, so for those playing at home, tomorrow, players that are not coming to play today will be playing tomorrow. So Gauff, tomorrow. She will be on tomorrow. Djokovic will be playing tomorrow. Zverev will be playing tomorrow. Draper will be playing tomorrow. Also Medvedev, I think, as well, will be playing tomorrow. Hurkacz versus Fonseca will be tomorrow. If that's not on center court, then it will be on court too. Who else is playing tomorrow? Oh, Draper, I think, is playing tomorrow as well. So there are a lot of big names still playing, still yet to play. But today is sort of the big day, because there's good matches and there's a lot of good players playing. All right, here we go. Players walking out on court. We are ready to go. Do you think Sinner gets Wimbledon this year? It'll depend on how he looks over the next couple of weeks. It depends on if he looks good on grass, and especially even this week, then I think, yeah, why not? Why not? All right. Did you see the Borges match? No, I did not. Was it good? Was it a good match? Was it a terrible match? Was it a okay match? It was a 5-set match, right? All right. All right. A lot of drop shots and mixed up a lot of serves. Borges struggled but did well. Okay, fair enough. Happy for Raducanu to win. Well, hopefully Raducanu can win today as well. Continue the run. Players on court, by the way. Just warming up. Plenty of matches, like I said, going on right now to start day 2. Raducanu is playing right now, so we'll keep an eye on her as well. By the way, chat, can you read the text better this way? I just wanted to let you know. I wanted to see if it was better or worse. I wonder if Draper's going to play 10 5-setters in a row like the AO. Probably not. I hope not. I mean, we want to see him fighting fit at the end of the tournament when he plays the big boys, not tired, you know. All right. Players warming up, and then we can get started on day 2 of Roland Garros. All right. All right. Better or worse? Well, you didn't answer. Is it better or worse? What is it good? Let me know. Perfect temperature and humidity. What, in Paris? Hopefully. Why do you think Gauff is playing tomorrow, not today? Because there was too many players, big names playing today, I think. Just too busy today. Whereas tomorrow, they need to spread the matches out, so that's probably why. I don't think she would have been able to play today, and then tomorrow they could have pushed Swiatek on tomorrow, I guess, but they couldn't have pushed Swiatek on tomorrow because she's at the top half. They could have put Keys on tomorrow instead, but I think they wanted to have, you know, Sabalenka yesterday, you know, Gauff tomorrow, and everybody in the middle. Djokovic is playing tomorrow, yeah. Djokovic tomorrow. Whew. All right. Just waiting for this match to get underway, and then we will commence. Today, the start of the day is really going to be crazy, so the next couple of hours is going to be pretty crazy. 1 second, chat. I'm going to get my washing because it's going to rain. Okay. All right. They're about to start. Who you got winning this one, Chad? I'm going to go Raducanu in 3. Raducanu in 3 is my pick. All right. Here we go. Last couple of serves, and then we will start. All right. And we'll win in straight sets. Raducanu in 2. Okay. Quarter to Diri, your views? That's probably going to be 5 sets, right? 5 sets? It feels like a long match. Feels like it could go for a while. They want a top name to start each session to draw the crowds? Yeah, for sure. I mean, today's Monday too, so it's always harder to get people to go to the tennis on Monday because people at work and school and whatever. It's always harder the Monday to get people there. All right. All right, chat. First match of the day. It's Raducanu receiving serve. I'm going to go Raducanu with 3. We've got Swiatek coming up in about 45 minutes. So stay tuned. As we'll find out from Raducanu is a winner. Love 15. Love 15. As Wang serves again. That's a fault. Second serve. As that goes in the net by Wang. Oh no, it was a double fault, was it? With a foot fault. Double fault, foot fault. That's rare. Love 30, and Wong's like, what the hell you mean foot fault? I love 30. It's with a fault. Second serve. Second serve. From Raducanu, backing up from Wang. Then Raducanu hits it out, and it's 15-30. As Raducanu sliced in the net. 30-0. Poprin's playing as well. Yeah, there's a lot of players playing. So Rude's playing, Poprin's playing, Quarter's playing, Raducanu is playing, Navarro just started as well. As Wang hits a lovely winner, 40-30. As the return goes to forehand of Wang. Forehand of Raducanu, the forehand of Wang. So Raducanu forehand again to the forehand of Wang, and Wang in the net. We get the deuce. All right. We get to deuce. As return goes to forehand of Wang. Slice Raducanu goes out. And it's advantage Wang. Mia. What you doing? You alright? Yeah. Alright, advantage Wang. You okay? As Wang serves to the slice of Raducanu. Into the forehand of Wang as Raducanu again to the forehand of Wang. To the forehand of Raducanu as Wang forehand again to the forehand of Raducanu. And Wang goes down the line. Raducanu back on the stretch. Wang slices it back. Raducanu then comes to the net with a forehand. And then Wang hits it wide. Good running by Raducanu. Back to deuce. Nice rally by Raducanu. Any surprise losses yesterday? Yeah, Kostyuk losing was a massive surprise. Kostyuk and Stearns were the two big surprises. Mainly Kostyuk though, because she was playing amazing most of the clay season. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. As with a backhand now from Raducanu into the backhand of Wang. Raducanu forehand cross. Wang slices it back. Then Raducanu puts it away. Advantage Raducanu to get the break. Advantage Raducanu. All right, we get a fault. Second serve. Serve in the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand out from Wang. Is out. Raducanu breaks. All right, 1 second shot. All right. Raducanu, she breaks. First game. Okay. All right, 15 love. As Raducanu serves again. To the backhand of Wang. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Wang backhand is out. 30 love. Love. Raducanu serves again. A fault. Second serve. As a return goes in from Wang, 30-15. As a return goes to forehand of Raducanu. Into the front of Wang. Raducanu backhand to the front of Wang. Raducanu slices it back as Wang forehand down the line. Winner, 30-all. This might be a long match, chat. 30-all. Raducanu is up 3-1 already in like 2 minutes. 10 minutes, 3-1. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve to the front of Wang. Return winner. All right. 30-40. Wang to get the break back. 30-40. And then Raducanu hits an ace. Deuce. Now we get to deuce. These British fans that are waiting outside, they want to get in and watch Raducanu. Novak plays tomorrow. I'd say tomorrow afternoon he probably plays. I'm going to guess tomorrow afternoon. I wonder if they'll put a ladies match on for the night match tomorrow. Because they got a lot of hate for not doing that last year. I think last year there was like one women's night match. Or if it was last year or the year before. But I wonder if this year they're going to put on a women's match tomorrow night. Like, you know, put on golf or something. All right, advantage Wang. As the return goes out. And we're back to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. As a return, goes a forehand of Raducanu, but she overhits it. And it's advantage Wang. Advantage Wang. Raducanu serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault. And we're on serve. 1-0. All right, 1-1. As Wang wins a point, 15 love. Raducanu return goes long, and it's 30 love. Is it the same Wang who got double bageled by Swiatek last year? Yes, it is. Navarro down a double break. Oof. She'll come back and win in 3 hours. As the return goes backhand of Wang. Backhand out from Raducanu. Is out. 40 love. As Wang serves a fault. Second serve. There's a forehand now to the drop shot, Raducanu. In comes Wang. Raducanu backhand pass. Wang volleys it out. 40-15. All right. Second serve. There's a return. Nope. That's a double fault. All right. 40-30. Wang holds 2-1. Okay. Why we cannot see cam face backgrounds? What? What are you talking about? One in the chat if you can see my face. Ah, 2-1. Wang holds. Okay, so it's fine. I don't know I don't know why it's not working for you. All right, packed stadium here, by the way. People can't even find a chair. Okay. By the way, Raducanu is up 5-1 double break in the first set against Riera. And Rude is about to go to up a break as well. Popperin is 3-all against Nishioka. I feel like that's a 5-setter. I don't know why. As we're backing up Raducanu. The forehand of Wang. Raducanu backhand lob. Into the forehand of Wang. As Raducanu forehand again to the forehand of Wang. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Wang again to the forehand of Raducanu. Down the line to the backhand of Wang. As Raducanu another forehand into the forehand of Wang. Wang hits it long. 15 love. As Raducanu hits another good serve. 30 love. All right, nice serving again. 40 love. Love. As return goes in to the forehand, Raducanu down the line of the backhand of Wang. Raducanu backhand to the forehand of Wang. Into the slice of Raducanu is Wang. Backhand down the line off the tape. Into that Raducanu forehand is Wang backhand lob. Raducanu with a forehand. Again to the backhand of Wang as Raducanu again with a forehand to the backhand of Wang. Into the backhand, Raducanu puts it in the net. 40-15. As Raducanu puts the forehand winner away. And Raducanu holds. 2-0 first set. Okay. First serve is a fault. As Raducanu hits a winner, and it's love 15. Love 15. There's a bit of fault, second serve. And then a double fault from Wang. Love 30. There's a fault. Second serve. As Raducanu, forehand. Into the forehand of Wang. And then, Wang hits it on the line for a winner, 15-30. As Raducanu puts up a lob. And Wang missed the smash. All right. Wang hits a backhand winner down the line, saves one, 30-40. $30-40. As Wang serves a fault. Second serve. In the backhand, Raducanu. Wang goes down the line at the forehand of Raducanu. Cross court in the forehand of Wang as Raducanu backhand inside out. Wang gets it with a slice. But it's out. Raducanu. 3-2. She gets the lead with the break. 3-2. Navarro just lost the first set 6-love. What the hell is even that? All right. Okay. Cool. Raducanu 3-2. What's wrong with Navarro? No idea. But she got bageled, so that's not good. No, I don't think she's injured. All right, 3-2. There's a bit of fault by Raducanu. Second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. 15. Love 15. So Swiatek's coming up in 30 minutes. And Alcaraz is also supposed to be coming up after Navarro, which could be over in 20 minutes. So I don't know what we're going to do, chat. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure out. I want to watch Alcaraz, but I also want to watch Swiatek and this. So we're in a little bit of a pickle. 15-all. Let's just hope Monero comes back from the dead. And Swiatek wins in an hour. All right, 15-all. As Raducanu serves a fault. Second serve. Yeah, we're going to do a double header anyway, but it's just that we'll have 3 matches on at the same time. 15:30, because this match is going very slowly, which is a problem. 15:30. As Raducanu serves again. To the backhand of Wang. Raducanu forehand shank, but it goes in. And then Wang hits it in there. 30-all. Raducanu serves again. Oh, come on, Navarro. Be better. God damn it. All right, 30-0. Second serve. How about Badosa Osaka? Yeah, we'll watch that as well. As the return goes in the forehand of Raducanu. Wang with a forehand in the net, 40-30. Yeah, Carlos is not on centre court because Gasquet is retiring today. So they put Gasquet on centre court to give him a retirement party. All right, 40-30. Chad, just don't tell me what Minero's doing. Tell me what Navarro does. So when she comes back, just tell me when she starts coming back, all right? Don't tell me about, like, Minero won another game. I don't want to hear it. I just want to hear about Navarro's comeback. So just leave. Don't talk about Minero. Just every time Navarro wins a game, tell me, right? Tell me when she comes back, right? Serving the backhand of Wang. Raducanu to the forehand of Wang. Wang puts it away. And we get the deuce. We get to deuce. So the serve again from Raducanu. And then that goes out on the return from Wang. Advantage Raducanu. Advantage Raducanu. As the return goes out and Raducanu holds. 3-2. Oh, sorry, 4-2. Raducanu in the first. I wish it was the second. First. Okay. Four-two. Raducanu as Wang serves. To the backhand of Raducanu. Wang with the backhand into the slice of Raducanu. She can't get it back though. 15-love. By the way, Rude's up 5-2. Serve in the backhand is a fault. Second serve. As a return the net by Raducanu, 30-love. As with a serve. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Wang with a forehand winner, 40-love. Navarro, you're killing me here. You're making it terrible. The schedule was already bad and you're making it, you're not helping. She's not helping, chat. We need Navarro to come back. All right, 4-3. I tell you what, Wang is shouting a lot. I think both these ladies are kind of shouting at each other, but not directly. It seems like both these ladies are very vocal. They are saying, let's go a lot. I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of spice going on here. I don't know what's going on. Wang's very vocal. Anyways. 4-3, Raducanu. Is Navarro in your team? No. Is Navarro in Pegula's court? I don't think so. Let me check. Navarro is She's in Gauff's quarter, so down the very bottom, with Hadajmaya and Keys and Kennan. Come on, Navarro. Get a game and then get 7 more and then play a third set. We're not ready to watch Alcaraz yet. We can't watch Alcaraz yet. We have to watch this match and then Alcaraz. We're not ready. Chat, just pray that Navarro wins or comes back. Okay, 4-3, Raducanu with a break. Fault from Raducanu. Second serve. Oh, Raducanu's walking around kind of weird. That didn't look good. That did not look good. Second serve. In the backhand of Wang. Backhand on Raducanu as Wang hits in the net. 15-love. I think Raducanu's hurt us back again. I think Raducanu might have done something. Something bad happened. The way she walked around after that fault did not look good. All right. Raducanu on the stretch puts up a lob. And then a forehand from Wang. Goes into the backhand of Raducanu. And then Wang hits a lovely drop shot winner and Raducanu doesn't run for it. 15-0. Yeah, something's up with Raducanu. Oh my God, Navarro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ah, 15-0. Raducanu serves. To the backhand of Wang. Goes out in the return. 30-15, but Raducanu is not looking good. She looks sore. Okay. All right. (40-15). Raducanu to keep this break. (40-15). Raducanu to serve. Serve is a let. All right. Raducanu holds 5-3. All right, 5-3. Raducanu keeps that break despite looking very sore. Now, last week she did pick up a back injury against Collins. And she did say she did have back spasms during that match last week. So, and it's not 100% back. She's not 100% normal, feeling good. So here we are. As Raducanu hits it in the net. And it's 15-love. Chad, I'm losing my mind here. Come on, Navarro. Create the epic comeback. As we serve now the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand from Wang. Goes into the backhand of Raducanu. Wang forehand. Winner. 30 love. Okay, chat. So this is what we're going to do because of bad timing. What we're going to do is we're definitely going to watch Swiatek. But we might have to delay watching Alcaraz. So we might miss a little bit of Alcaraz. But he is playing a qualifier. So, you know, he should win. But we'll probably have to join his match a little bit late. As Raducanu hits a passing shot winner, which accidentally hit the line. 30-15. Yeah, it's a timing thing. It's not. We're going to do a doubleheader with Swiatek, but then Alcaraz playing on a different court altogether. So I need Navarro to come back from the dead so that Alcaraz's match gets delayed for like 2 hours. So that way we can watch this match, watch that match, and then watch him. Because I can't do 3 courts at the same time. There's no triple header. I don't want to do that. 30-15. So we'll join Alcaraz later. The best laid plans. Yeah, I mean, Navarro was not supposed to get crushed. Like she was supposed to be the chosen one. All right, 30-all. And this match is, I mean, Raducanu's in a battle here. This is an interesting match. As Wang serves an ace, 40-30. So yeah, we'll just have to join Alcaraz a little bit later. And look, Swiatek could win her match really quickly, or Raducanu could win this set, or whatever, and we could join Alcaraz halfway through a first set or something. But yeah, just it's what happens in the first day of slams, unfortunately. Matches on matches on matches. All right. Cam's pick was Navarro. No, I literally just explained why. I just explained what happened. Why are people thinking I picked Navarro? It's got nothing to do with Navarro. It's got to do with the schedule. I couldn't give 2 shits if Navarro lost, but we can't have Alcaraz coming on in 10 minutes. Otherwise, I can't watch him. It's a schedule thing. It's not a I picked Navarro to win a thing. It's just a bad timing. No, I don't have any money on Navarro. I wouldn't get angry if I had money on Navarro, even if she was losing. I need Navarro to come back in the second. Just so we can delay the Alcaraz match. All right, Raducanu serving for the set. All right. Here we go. I mean, look, all jokes aside, Navarro getting crushed love and love in the first round of a Grand Slam as the world number 9 or world number 10 is pretty bad. Like, that's pretty, like, it doesn't matter what matches we have to watch today. That's a horrible result. I don't care if you're bad on clay or whatever, but and she's not even bad on clay, Navarro. She's not like, okay, it's not her favorite service, but she's not bad on clay. Like her game is, I mean, Swiatek is the comparison. She made the 4th round here last year. She lost, I think she beat Gauff, didn't she? Or she lost to Gauff in the 4th round or something last year? Oh no, she lost to Sabalenka. I mean, last year she made the 4th round. So, I mean, she is not a bad player on clay. She can play on clay. Unless she's injured, then, or something's up, then yeah. That's the only reason she would be getting crushed. Love 15, Wang trying to break back. As the backhand return goes in the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand from Wang is a drop shot. It's a winner. Love 30. Chat, what did I say? I didn't want to hear about Monero winning games, all right? I already told you I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I've got the score. It's 5-love. I don't care. Don't tell me. Tell me when Navarro wins a game. Tell me when Navarro comes back and we don't have to watch Alcaraz until later. Stop giving me updates on the thing I already know. Love 30. Please give me updates when Navarro wins games, not Monero. I don't care about Monero wins games. Don't tell me. Forehand from Wang. Raducanu puts up a lob. Into the forehand of Wang. So Raducanu forehand again to the forehand of Wang. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Wang on the stretch. And then Raducanu with the drop shot. Wang gets it. And then Raducanu with a backhand in the net. Love 40. Love 40. By the way, Swiatek coming up next. Or alongside this match. So, and then we've got a Alcaraz and Osaka later too. All right, to get back on serve. If Raducanu loses this set, I mean, she's got to get a medical timeout because this back problem looks like it's come back here. Love 40. As the backhand return goes in, the forehand of Raducanu, forehand from Wang to the backhand of Raducanu. Wang again to the backhand of Raducanu, who hits it down the line for a winner. One saved, 15-40. All right, 15-40. Still break point here for Wang. As the return goes in, backhand from Wang to the forehand of Raducanu. Wang with the forehand to the forehand of Raducanu. Again to the forehand of Wang. As Raducanu down the line is a winner. 30-40. All right, 40-30. Still break point. As we default, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Wang. Return goes the backhand of Raducanu. And Raducanu in the net. We're back on serve. 5-5. Sam.
Love the channel. You watching Colos?
Probably not at this rate, unfortunately. But thank you for the donation. All right, 5-5. Wang breaks back. Raducanu is in trouble, though. Navarro has break point. She got a break back. Yes! 5 more games. Just take that to get to a tie break. Come on. Anyway, it's 15 love. Yep, Swiatek's about to start as well. As we default, second serve. Second serve. Double fault by Wang. 15-0. Wang has hit a lot of double faults already. Emma should stop now if she has a back problem. Why? Why would she stop right now? She's still got time to possibly get a medical timeout. All right, 15-30. Hey, Casper, thank you for the 29 months as a legendary member. Comeback starts now, Navarro. Let's go. 15:30. As the backhand return goes, the backhand of Wang, and Wang puts it away. Wang puts it away. And it's 30 all. As the return goes in the backhand of Wang. Backhand now from Raducanu. Into the backhand of Wang as Raducanu forehand. Goes in the front of Wang. Again, the front of Raducanu is Wang down the line. Hits it out. 30-40. Break point. Break point for Raducanu. 30-40. As the return goes in the net from Raducanu, and we get to deuce. Now we get to deuce. We got a fault from Wang. Second serve. We're going to start the Swiatek match after this game, because she is about to begin at the same time. As we return now to the forehand of Wang, and Wang hits it out of bench Raducanu. Advantage Raducanu to break and serve for the set again. Okay. Serving to the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand from Wang. To the backhand of Raducanu is Wang forehand. To the forehand of Raducanu. Again to the forehand of Wang is Raducanu backhand down the line. Wang gets it. Into the backhand of Raducanu is Wang backhand in the net. There's the break for Raducanu. Okay. 6-5. All right, let's start this Swiatek-Shrimkova match as well. Keen to see how Swiatek looks after not a great clay court season by her standards, but her standards are high. All right. In the meantime, we've still got Raducanu serving for the set. Let's see how it goes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Swiatek-Shrimkova, 3-time defending champion, taking on a pretty dangerous player. I mean, Shrimkova's had her moments over the last couple of years. So let's see if Swiatek can get back to her best. All right. Now Raducanu is going to try and serve for this set. Again, she was up 5-4, and she served for it, couldn't get it done. So let's see if she can get it the second time around. Raducanu should have won the set 6-2, but she's down 5-4. Oh no. We'll keep an eye on her as well. All right, 6-5. Raducanu leads. Oh, she got the trainer out, Raducanu, as well. All right, so the trainer is out for Raducanu. No surprise there. Fuck. All right. Don't tell me, chat. I don't want to hear it. So yeah, Raducanu's got the trainer out. Not sure why. If it's the back issue again. (6-5) Raducanu here. Yeah, Navarro lost. I mean, Navarro losing that badly that's harsh. I mean, that's an upset, but it's like, jeez. Like that scoreline. I know she was probably sick. Somebody said she was sick, but Navarro losing like that is like that makes everybody question. Like, do I know what I'm talking about? Do I know tennis at all? Like, what the hell was even that? Like that's a scoreline that just makes you confused. Like that's a confusing scoreline. Like, yeah, okay, maybe Minero's better on clay, but is she really that much better on clay, or is Navarro that bad on clay? Not really. I mean, that's so confusing. That is such a confusing scoreline. It makes no sense, that score. It makes no sense. That's so no sense. It makes absolutely no sense, that score. But again, if she was sick, you got to give Navarro some slack for that. WTA so unpredictable? Not really. Not usually. Not normal. Not this year. 2025, it's pretty predictable. But that is not a scoreline that I think anybody thought was going to happen to the world number 9 in the first round, less than an hour. But again, give it some slack if she was sick and she wasn't 100%. But that's really that's a confusing scoreline. All right, Swiatek. Let's see if she can avoid the same fate. I'm sure she will. There's a bit of fault from Shrimkova, second serve. Eala beating Swiatek. That's not even, because Eala beating Swiatek, at least she beat Keys before that and Penko, so you knew that Eala was on a run. Monero had, did Monero beat anybody? I mean, not saying that in a mean way, but like, who the hell did Monero beat before this week to make us think that she was a threat? Like, that one went way over our heads. Like, was she playing well? She lost to Tomljanovic in Rabat 6-1, 6-3. That isn't a match that I would be like, oh yeah, she was playing well. She lost to Svitolina a couple of times. She beat Sakkari, but we know that Sakkari's not been the best lately. She hasn't beaten anyone in the top 30. So where the hell did that come from? Monero's best win this year. She beat a Dajmeyer at the Billie Jean King Cup, but that was on a different surface. Sakkari, Noskova, Sharif. So that was so out of pocket. That came out of nowhere. Chat, you can't look me in the eye and say, oh yeah, I thought that Navarro would lose. Okay. What? All right. Swiatek at 30-15 here for Shrimkova serving first. It's WTA. Bro, WTA in 2025 is not that unpredictable anymore. That is one of that might be upset of the year so far. One of the upsets of the year, because that just came out of nowhere. And Navarro made the 4th round last year, so don't look at me and say that, oh yeah, Navarro doesn't play well on clay. Okay, yeah, so she made the 4th round last year by accident. 30-15. Navarro doesn't lose that badly. That's the thing. She's not like someone who just gets smacked. She fights for at least to get games, Crazy. Crazy score. Anyway, it's 40-15 Shrimkova serving. Raducanu, by the way, has got 4 doctors on court. Raducanu getting some treatment, just a checkup. She said, I think she must be feeling dizzy. I think she was referring to. And Shrimkova hits it out. It's 40-30. Raducanu lost the second. No, why is this happening? All right, Shrimkova, 40-30. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Swiatek. Shrimkova backhand to the back of Swiatek into the front of Shrimkova. Swiatek forehand again to the front of Shrimkova. Into the back of Swiatek. Shrimkova backhand on the stretch. Swiatek gets it, but overhits it. 1-love Shrimkova. All right, Raducanu back on court. She's going to serve at this first set. She is not feeling 100% though. That is the issue. All right, let's see if Raducanu can get this set. I don't think her back was playing up. I think it was she seemed to be like dizzy or something. She was getting treatment for sort of some sort of energy issue, I think. As we return now to the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand now from Wang. Goes out. 15-love. Love. Raducanu serves again. All right, Swiatek to serve. Raducanu may be tired from Strasbourg. Stop with the stupid excuses. Yeah, Weston hates Raducanu, so don't say anything about Raducanu. 15-love. There's a return from Wang. Goes wide. 30-love. 30-love. Raducanu 2 points away from the first set. We will be joining the Alcaraz match just a little bit later than expected. Raducanu serves. Into the front of Wang. Front of Raducanu to the backhand of Wang. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Wang with a forehand. Into the forehand of Raducanu as Wang gets a backhand. Again to the forehand of Raducanu. Wang backhand again. Goes out. 40-love. Raducanu with the 3-set points. By the way, Raducanu Wang match is packed. You can't find a seat that place. Okay. Swiatek, by the way, 40-love. As Raducanu serves. A let. As Raducanu forehand. Into the forehand of Wang. As Raducanu forehand to the backhand of Wang. Into the forehand of Raducanu. As Wang again to the forehand of Raducanu. Who hits a winner. Raducanu. First set 7-5. There you go. Much better from Raducanu in that second attempt to win the set. All right. Raducanu 7-5. As Swiatek at 40-30, first game. Who is watching Raducanu over Raducanu cam? Me. I am. Right now. 8 winners Raducanu, 10 errors. 18 winners and 21 errors from Wang. 3 aces from Wang, but the double faults from Wang really hurt her. 2 break points out of 6 converted for Wang and 3 out of 5 converted for Raducanu. And us, exactly. People in the chat. All right. Raducanu first set, 7-5. All right. Raducanu with the set. Swiatek, by the way, is a deuce. First game on serve here. She serves into the backhand of Shrimkova. Backhand of Swiatek into the forehand of Shrimkova. And Swiatek backhand cross. Shrimkova gets on the stretch. Swiatek forehand open court winner. Advantage for Swiatek. All right, advantage Swiatek. But why? Why are we watching Raducanu instead of Rybakina? Because I want to watch Raducanu. Don't worry, if Rybakina wins, we'll watch her later in the week. Hopefully. Hopefully she wins, so we can watch her. All right. Swiatek backhand down the line. The forehand from Shrimkova. Forehand now from Swiatek is a winner. And it's 1-1. All right. This channel loves Emma. Yeah, and so do the 900 people watching this. 895 people watching, because there's probably 5 people that don't like her, but are watching anyway. All right. 1-1. Navarro lost 230 points. Is she out of the top 10? She has to be close to out of the top 10 for that. She's currently hanging on to number 9. She'll probably stay in the top 10 unless like Mukova, Rybakina, or someone outside the top 10 gets good. But yeah, that is a huge loss. That was a huge loss. Me included. I'm here for Raducanu. We love Emma. There we go. There we go. Oh, you're included, Tori. Oh, sorry. It sounded like you were saying this. Like, oh, this channel loves Emma. Like, I'm so used to people being sarcastic about it when we watch her every day. But we're also watching Swiatek, so if you don't like Raducanu, at least you can watch, Swiatek. All right. Love 15. There's a backhand winner from Shrimkova, 15-0. Emma is cool, but Rybakina. Yeah, look. I am one man. I am but one person. And I can barely watch 2 matches or 3. I can't watch. We can't even watch Alcaraz right now. Because we're watching these 2 matches. So I'd be loving to watch Alcaraz right now. But then the Rybakina's there too. I mean, I can't watch 4 matches at once. That's like ridiculous. Yeah. I do what I can with what I got. I'm one guy. One man. Trying to watch as much tennis as I can. They should have put her on yesterday when we had nothing to do. All right, 30-15. As Shrimkova serves a fault, second serve. Swiatek. We'll find out what her French Open looks like. I still pick Swiatek to get to the semis. 40-30. Oh, what a drop shot there from Shrimkova. 40-15. Cam the one-man band. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what's his name from Mary Poppins? What's his name? The chimney sweep. I'm, Bert. When he's wearing like the drum and he's got the cymbals and he's like, and he's doing I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. I'm Bert from Mary Poppins. And I'm sweeping chimneys on the weekends. And I'm drawing art on the floor and I'm dancing with penguins. All right, 40-15. There's a return from Swiatek in the net. 2-1 Shrimkova. She holds, keeps the lead. As Wang in trouble first game of the second. Yeah, the guy with the instruments. Yeah. All right. Raducanu with a break point. First game of the second. She wants to watch Carlos. Like we do. Don't worry, we'll watch him. Cam the Chimney Man. Yeah. That's it. Or maybe Alcaraz won't come on straight away because maybe his match might get delayed because they weren't expecting it to be on so quickly, maybe. All right, advantage Raducanu. She hits the backhand into the backhand of Wang. To the forehand of Raducanu is Wang. Forehand into the forehand of Raducanu on the stretch, but Raducanu hits it out. Deuce. By the way, Chad, is the scoreboard legible? I stare at it all day. I just don't know what to do. All right, we're back at deuce. Sort of fault, second serve. As we just serve now, the forehand of Raducanu, forehand from Wang. To the forehand of Raducanu as Wang puts up a lob. Raducanu backhand into the forehand of Wang on the stretch. Raducanu forehand cross. Wang gets it on the stretch again. Into the forehand of Raducanu is Wang down the line. Raducanu gets it with the backhand but overhits it. And it's advantage Wang. Advantage Wang. By the way, Shrimkova unable to get that one. Swiatek too good. 15 love. Rude, by the way, is up a set to break. I guess the good thing about Grand Slams is a best of 5 sets for the men. So if we don't watch the Alcaraz first set, we might still join it for the second and third and maybe even fourth set. So I guess it's not the worst thing that we miss out on the start of a men's match here because we could get... they're not going to be over quickly, are they? Straight sets wins are still, a couple hours. Anyways, one love Wang. So maybe it's not all bad. I don't like starting matches late, but today is it might have to be. Today is a day. By the way, Raducanu is up a break in the third. 2-1. 40 love, Swiatek to level. The return goes out from Shrimkova, and we get to 2-0 first set. Badosa and Osaka is coming on after the Swiatek match, so we need this match to finish. Alcaraz comes on, and then we watch this one after that one. All right. Raducanu won the first set, serving in the second. Danny!
Appreciate very much for all you do for tennis fans. I'm a super fan of Alex Eala.
No worries. Thank you, Danny, the super fan, Murillo. Appreciate it. We'll watch Eala play doubles, hopefully, as well for you this week. As that goes out by Swiatek, and it's 15 love. 15 love. And going to serve again from Wang. Who is it? Shrimkova, 15 love. There's a return from Swiatek in there, 30 love. By the way, tomorrow we've got the match of the day. Tomorrow will be Hurkacz versus Fonseca. At least on paper it is. That'll be the big match tomorrow. Okay. 15-0 here as Wang hits a backhand long and it's 30-15. $30-15. As Shrumkova goes the backhand of Swiatek, but it's double fault from Shrumkova. 30-all. 30-15. Raducanu serves. Is Emma okay? Scoreline suggests she had some issues, sadly. Are you talking about Emma Raducanu or Emma Navarro? As the return goes out by Wang, and it's 40-15. Eala is partnering up with Zara Zuha, I think. I think that's her opponent. Her partner, sorry. 40-30, lovely drop shot again from Shrumkova. She has got that in her bag of tricks. All right, 40-15. As that goes out by Wang, and it's 1-all. Raducanu holds. Raducanu holds. Okay. And Swiatek gets the deuce in this fifth game. Shrumkova serves. How does Raducanu look at the minute? She looks all right. It didn't seem like it was the back issue. It seemed like it was possibly like dizziness, I guess, because she didn't get any treatment. She just got like, they checked her like pulse. They checked her. They probably gave her some tablets or something, but yeah, it looked like she was maybe just like running, like had some energy issues maybe. Which makes sense when she hit that serve and she kind of staggered around. It wasn't about the back. It was probably maybe because she was dizzy or something. But again, she'll if she has taken something for it, she'll get more energy as it goes along. 40 love for Wang. And Shrumkova also has a game point. As it'll fall now from Shrumkova down the line goes long. We're back to deuce. As Wang holds 2-1 in the second. Shrumkova trying to stay in front. Cam likes Raducanu, Kazatkina, Eala. I wonder why. I also like Alcaraz, Sinner, and Djokovic, Shelton, Demonor, Swiatek. I wonder why. Nadal, Leighton Hewitt, Ash Barty. Like, what are we doing? Backhand to backhand rally. Is it a forehand now from Swiatek? The backhand of Shrumkova. Backhand now from Swiatek. The backhand of Shrumkova is Swiatek backhand again. The backhand of Shrumkova. Into the forehand of Swiatek on the stretch. Shrumkova forehand down the line. That's a great shot. Man, Shrumkova's playing well. Advantage Shrumkova. Advantage Shrumkova. Advantage Shrumkova. Rebecca's in trouble. She was winning. What happened? Let's also not forget that you also don't like Draper. Untrue, but, feel free to cry more. Okay. We're back to douche. Swiatek hits a winner. As we serve again from Shrumkova. Long game, this one. 6 minutes. As the return goes in the net from Swiatek. Shrumkova advantage. Also Wang love 15. By the way, Alcaraz's outfit sucks. I just saw a photo of it. Why? It looks... And it's not his fault. He's just wearing what they gave him. His outfit stinks. That sucks. That outfit... It looks horrible, chat. It's a black and white, stripy mess. I don't even know what that is. It's horrible. Anyway, Shrimkova holds. That might be the worst. And I love Alcaraz, and I think he's great, and he deserves better than that crap. Give him a custom outfit. Why is he wearing that garbage? Oh, come on. What an ugly outfit. Outfits are good normally. Yeah, I own all of his Grand Slam winning outfits. I don't want to own that one. That one I want to pass. I want him to win the tournament, though. Not in that, because I'm going to have to own that. I don't want him to own that. It's green, not black. Oh, that makes it so much better. Did you say it was green? Oh, that's much better then. I love it now. It looks terrible. It looks worse than a football outfit. It looks like it just looks crap. What a terrible outfit. I hope he wears the opposite colors tomorrow. I didn't mind the red and the dark if it's green, right? I don't mind that. The red one, was it passable? That one's just not it. That's not it. That's just not it. It's horrible. Chad, I'm not the only one who thinks that, right? I don't think, I'm not the only person. You all think it's great, and I think it's terrible. We're on the same page, right? We all both think it's terrible, right? Anyway, it's 15:40. Wang, about to get the break here. She hits a forehand into the backhand of Raducanu, into the forehand of Wang. Wang hits it out, 30-40. Nike just don't care anymore. No, they've actually got, if I look at their outfits, I think he just chose the worst one. There's some that are okay, but not that one. That one is why? What are you doing? The red and the brown is okay. It's passable. There's a red and green one, and then there's a bunch of plain ones, but he chose the one that was if they put a collar on it, it might be better. It just looks so cheap. That's what it is. It doesn't look... It looks... It's going to be $150 or $90, but it just doesn't... the crew neck just does not look... It doesn't look like Grand Slam clothing. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like a tennis shirt. It just looks like a basic shirt you'd... it's so cheap looking. Anyways, 3-1 Wang. She breaks. They definitely made the women's outfits look so much better. With the collars and the Raducanu's outfit's great. I mean, Sabalenka's is great. Wang as well. I mean, they're all... the women's outfits are way better. They put a lot more effort into them, but the men's outfits that... And Alcaraz wore the worst out of the three. It's not even close. It's bad. It's bad. It's just so basic. It's giving me Temu vibes. Yeah, it's just so basic. Alcaraz deserves better. Hopefully, Sinner's wearing some custom stuff, right? He looks like Where's Waldo? All right, 40 love Swiatek. She tries to level this second set. They did Alcaraz dirty. They got to start making Alcaraz some Rafa-like gear. Great pickup by Shrimkova. 40-15. They did Alcaraz dirty. Nike, give him a bloody raise. All right. Cam watching WTA over Alcaraz. Yeah, look, if you complain anymore, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. All right, Swiatek overhits it, and it's 40-30. Also love 30 here for Raducanu. She tries to break back. And Swiatek serves into the backhand of Shrimkova, and that goes out. 3-all first set. 3-all. Rafa wore some duds over the years too. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like Rafa's outfits were still iconic, even though they might not have been the best. But Rafa's outfits were unique to him, though. That's the thing, right? Like, Rafa's outfits were his own. Like, no one else, like, it was a Rafa outfit, whereas Alcaraz's outfit, there's probably going to be about 5 players wearing that. They shouldn't, but they will be, you know? All right. 15:30, Raducanu wanting the break. And she gets to 15:40 to get back on serve. As Wang serves. True, Carlos deserves his own kit. I agree. If that was Alcaraz's kit and only his, I would be probably less. I would be less worried about it. But because it's like that's what every male player is going to wear. You know. I would make an exception if it was his outfit, and you'd be like, oh, okay, bad choice, but also at least, you know, it's his custom outfit. But it's just their Roland Garros line this year, and it looks tough. All right. We get the deuce. Raducanu can't break back. 15:30 though. Swiatek's looking for the break. As we return now to the backhand of Wang. Backhand of Raducanu. The backhand of Wang is Raducanu slice. Into the backhand of Wang is Raducanu backhand. Again to the backhand of Wang. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Raducanu hits it out though. Advantage Wang. By the way, anyone who... all the Alcaraz fans, apologies. Actually, no, you know what? I'm not apologizing because it's not my fault. This is not my fault. This is the fault of the organizers. Blame the French Open because they put Alcaraz on at this time. So I don't want to be blamed. I'm not taking blame. But we will be watching Alcaraz after this Raducanu match is over. So we will get there late, but we will get there. Don't worry. We're not missing Alcaraz. We're just missing the first set, maybe. And it's 4-1 Wang. She's up in the second. It's Navarro's fault. Look, Navarro didn't help, but the organizers should have put Alcaraz on later. And then it would have helped. Because I tell you, after the Osaka-Badosa match, there is nothing to watch until Sinner at nighttime. Like, it's all afternoon, we're just sitting around doing nothing. So, they should have put Alcaraz on. I mean, they didn't want to clash with the Gasquet goodbye party, but they should have put him on third. They should have put him on third on this court, on whatever court he's on. But we will be watching Alcaraz, don't worry. We'll get there. We'll just get there a little late. Monfils plays tomorrow, I think. All right. Swiatek's still looking for the break, and she hits a return winner. Advantage Swiatek. Dasha got roasted in comments on her interview about living in Barcelona. What, in her own video or what? I think you got to remember that a lot of people are upset that Dasha left Russia. So a lot of people that are going to be saying stuff about Dasha in the comments of social medias are probably feel like she ditched them. So you've got to think of it like that too, right? Like, a lot of people are probably coming from a place of pain because she decided to play for Australia. So you got to understand that that's probably where some of those people are coming from. Probably most of those people are coming from that. They're probably coming from a place of they wish she didn't leave. You know. Anyway, Shrimkova hits it out, and it's back to deuce. Yeah, it's it's a personal thing for sure. But yeah, it was the best choice for her in her life, and yeah, even if she wasn't playing for Australia, I would still be happy for her if she was playing for like Spain or something. Like, you know, for her way of life and the way, and you know, her livelihood, it's much better for her. going forward as well, not just like tennis-wise, but for her post-career. When she finishes her tennis career, at 30, whatever, when she finishes that, she'll have a place that is safe, that she can live, that she can do, she can, I don't know what she's going to do in Melbourne after she retires, but maybe she becomes a commentator or maybe she works for Tennis Australia or, she'll have like so many more options, right? Anyways, love 30 as Raducanu tries to avoid a double break and hits a winner, 15-30. Like long term, Dasha moving to Australia and representing Australia and being Australian is better for her. Because if she retires and goes back to Russia, who knows what could happen? It's not safe. It's not a safe place for her. All right, 15-30. As we get a fault from Raducanu, second serve. Swiatek, by the way, trying to get this break. And she does. 4-3. Swiatek takes the break. It's a long set, though. All right, Raducanu trying to avoid a double break and smacks a winner down the line. All right, 15-30 all. Much better for Dasha to be Australian? Yeah. But Dasha doesn't have Australian citizen, just permanent residence, right? Yeah. But because you can't get citizenship after one day of being an Australian. You have to. I think it's like 2 years. You have to live and be in Australia, reside in Australia for like 2-3 years before you can even. I think maybe it might be even 5 years before you can get a citizenship. So you just don't get a citizenship because you say I want to be Australian. You can't. That's not how it works. Like, I can't just go to America and sit there for 3 weeks and go, oh, now I want to be an American citizen. Like, that's not how citizenships work. 30-40. Break point for Wang for a double break. As we serve now the backhand of Wang, and then Raducanu hits it in the net. 5-1. Double break. And how can she represent Australia without being a citizen? Anyway, good luck to her. Because the rules of tennis are a little different to the rules of life and the rules of government. Like, representing a country is a little less. Look, it's not important, but it's a little less strict. It's a little less strict than coming to another country and being like, I want to be you now. That's way more of a process. She's not allowed to play for Billie Jean King Cup, though, for Australia, because their rules are different. They have a little bit more stricter rules to be able to represent a country. But tennis also isn't about representing your country as much as other sports, right? Team sports and other stuff, it's different. Tennis is not like, we're not looking at tennis and going, oh, we're watching, the UK versus China today. No, we're watching Raducanu Wang. Doesn't matter where they're from, It's only when it comes to team sports that, she won't be able to represent Australia until she gets, boxes ticked, right? Whatever that is. But, yeah. And again, her moving to Australia and her being Australian is not about... It's more than tennis. It's not about her tennis. Like, she didn't just go, oh, I don't want to play here anymore. I want to play for that country. No, she did it because of outside factors, I would not want an American citizenship even if they paid me. You're crazy. Are you serious? You wouldn't want an American. I would if they do it for free. You don't even need to pay me. 15-30. You crazy? You wouldn't want to have an American citizenship? That's crazy. 15-30. Raducanu looking to get one back. There's a default from Wang. Second serve. What if Alcaraz loses and you missed it? If Alcaraz loses and I missed it, I'm going to ban you permanently so then we can all feel bad about each other. And our choices. How about that? I'll ban everybody in the chat. How about that? Is that fair? I'll take an L and we all take an L. For 24 hours. Scheduled out for tomorrow. Thank you. Let's have a look. Gauff. Oh, Monfils playing tomorrow night. I like that. We're not going to watch it, but I like it. Oh, Draper's playing. Oh, Djokovic. Gauff into Djokovic tomorrow. Okay. Zverev Tien's tomorrow too. Ooh. Interesting. Anyways. By the way, you've been timed out 24 times. Just so people know, people are listening. The guy that asked me that question has also been timed out 24 times. So something tells me that maybe they are being antagonistic. So just to give context, that person who said that 24 times timed out. So don't think that I'm just banning people for no reason. There are people that have been timed out a lot and don't learn. All right, Raducanu breaks back. 5-2. 24 is wild. 24 is wild. Hey! Thank you. Let's have a discussion for the 6 months. Appreciate that. Just watch Rafa's farewell. The best in tennis. Well done, Roland Garros. The footprint was incredible. Touch. Rafa the GOAT. I agree. All right, Raducanu gets one back. 5-2. All right, advantage. Swiatek to get to 5-3. As with a slice from Shrimkova into the back of Swiatek, back into Shrimkova, into the volley of Swiatek. And that's a great volley winner, 5-3. Out of curiosity, Cam, what would lead you to want American citizenship? Well, look, I wouldn't mind American citizenship or even British citizenship or a European country, just to have an option to be like, oh, well, I got Australian citizenship, but I could also live somewhere else. I could also do other things, and then it doesn't have to be American. I just would love to have like dual citizenship, be it in the UK or somewhere in Europe or Canada or America. Like, I'd love that. That'd be great. I got timed out 20 times by Nightbot. Good one. Blame Nightbot. That's funny. That's a good one. I can check. I don't think Nightbot was around when you're getting timed out. So I love it. Blame Nightbot though. It's fine. It's fine. Deb's like, that wasn't Nightbot. Deb knows. Oh, Deb knows. Yeah, you can't pretend. You can't fool us. Deb knows. All right, love 15. Swiatek trying to get this first set. And Shrimkovit's out, love 30. Love 30. As Raducanu, by the way, she's got one back. 30 love. 30 love. Raducanu fighting back slowly. You're very much welcome here, Cam. Oh, cool. I would love to have dual citizenship. Britain is horrible right now. Why? Is it raining? 15-40. Swiatek to take the first set. All right, 40 love, by the way, Raducanu. Also, Alcaraz and Zapiri are 2-1 first set, so we're not missing much yet. We'll get to them just a little later than I hoped. Shrimkova hits an ace, 30-40. All right. 40-15, Raducanu serves. And Wang hits it out on the return, and Raducanu holds 5-3. All right, 30-40 as we have a backhand return now from Swiatek to the forehand of Shrimkova. Then Swiatek with a backhand. Cross-court winner. Lovely. Iga Swiatek, 6-3. That was strong. She takes the first. All right, Wang serving for the second set again. Rain is fine. British government is awful. Chat, where isn't the government awful? Like, I feel like right now you could probably go to pick every single country and be like, nope, 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 no. Like, if you base it on that. Like, we're not going to get political, but seriously, like, I feel like maybe it's, I don't know if it's worse than ever, or maybe it's worse now in 2025. I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like every country has its problems. No, there's no perfect place. Antarctica, that place is cold, and you might not survive, so that's not fun. Anyways, love 15. But I'm not leaving Australia because of the government. I just wanted the option to go live somewhere else that maybe was closer to other places or different weather, or, you know. My dual citizenship is not based on politics. I couldn't give a stuff. As long as the weather is manageable, but also like location for me. I like, you know, being in like Europe would be awesome because, you know, it covers a lot of places and I can go do stuff and see cool stuff and go to Iceland. I already been to Iceland. It's a little remote for me. It's a little far away from everything. Anyway, it's 15-30. As Wang tries to win this second set. As the return goes in the backhand of Wang, forehand of Raducanu, into the forehand of Wang. Again, the forehand of Raducanu is Wang. Again, the forehand of Raducanu on the stretch. He puts it down the line. Raducanu fighting back. 15-40. 15-40. Break points for Raducanu to get back on serve. And as we have a forehand return, it goes out by Raducanu, 30-40. All right, 30-40. A fault from Wang, second serve. Second serve. Return winner. All right, Raducanu's back on serve. 5-4. That's weird. I've got dual citizenship, but I haven't been to the US in like 10 years. My siblings have, and some live there, never have the need to go back. Oh, look, that's fair enough. But I don't even have the option. So, like, you have the option, though. I knew a lot of people, right? When I went to the UK and lived in there, I knew so many people that lived in the UK but had never left the UK. And I was like, that makes no sense. Like, being remote in Australia, you just want to do, like, we want to, well, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that want to, like, see the world because it's so far away. But then when you're like right next to everything, you probably just, I'll just do that next week. Like, you don't need, there's no urgency, right? But I noticed there were so many people that I met that were like, yeah, I haven't really traveled that much. And I'm like, you live like in Europe. There's like a lot of places you could visit. And you haven't left once? And they're like, no, I've never left. Well, that's crazy. That's insane to me. That you were so close to like so many historical things. But that's coming from someone who lives halfway across the world and doesn't see nothing because we're so far away. Like you take a 4-hour flight, you're still in the same place. Like you don't even leave Australia at 4 hours. I mean, you can go to New Zealand in 4 hours, maybe. But like you go 3 hours north, you're still in Australia. So I mean, if you got dual citizenship and you don't, but you can use it any time if you want. Maybe it's just maybe it's like that. Anyway, it's 15-40. Shrimkova with break points. You don't have to travel far to get to different countries. It's so cool that way. I love it. Yeah, I think it's great. All right, 15-40. Shrimkova to break first game of the second as we're back in Shrimkova sliced into the slice of Swiatek. Shrimkova backing down the line. Swiatek's going to get there with a forehand and hit it out. Shrimkova breaks. 1-love in the second. All right. Also, Wang trying to break to win this second set. Then visit India and China, two of the most historical old places ever. I've been to China. China was great. All right, Raducanu with the forehand. Into the forehand of Wang. Back in Raducanu. Volley from Wang in the nets. And it's 15-0. Hurkacz Fonseca, last match on court 7's a choice. Yeah, what the hell? By the way, Alcaraz is up 4-1 with a break. In his match. So why is Alcaraz and Alcaraz? Why is Fonseca and Hurkacz on court 7? Is it because Haddad Maia is also there, and they're trying to keep like a thing? I mean, Zverev, Tien, Draper, Bellucci. I understand Djokovic and Monfils being on center court. That makes sense. Mute versus Tabor is Simone Matu. Nori Medvedev is first match of that tournament, that thing. I mean, no... Look, chat. Oh, God. It always comes down to Draper, doesn't it? No disrespect to Draper. But don't we think that Fonseca Hurkacz could be there instead of Draper versus a random Italian? Like, does Draper have to be on court 2? I mean, he's the number 5 seed, I get it. But it's like... Zverev Tien, I get. That kind of has to be there. Number 3, former finalist. Couldn't Draper be bumped to Simone Matu instead of Medvedev Nori? And then you put Hurkacz Fonzie on that spot? And Medvedev Nori is an interesting match, but that's probably not that shouldn't be on a main court. That should be bumped. That should be reversed with Hurkacz, I think. Don't come at me, Draper fans. I don't need your smoke. All right, 40-15. We're watching Raducanu. Give me a break. 40-15, Raducanu to level the second set. She says a fault second set. By the way, Shrimkova's 2-love in the second. As the return goes in the back of Raducanu, Wang comes in, puts it away. 40-30. 40-30. As Raducanu serves again to level. All right, serve again, Raducanu. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Wang. Return the back of Raducanu. Sliced. Wang. Forehand winner. And it's deuce. We get to deuce. Alcaraz is cruising, by the way. We get the deuce. As we get a slice from Wang. Goes in the front of Raducanu. Wang with a slice on the stretch. And Raducanu puts away the volley. Advantage Raducanu. Advantage Raducanu. Advantage Raducanu. To level. She was down 5-1 in this set, by the way. Swiatek 40 love to get a game on the board. As a default from Raducanu, second serve. Second serve. Into the front of Wang. Back in Raducanu. Into the front of Wang, who puts it away, and we get back to deuce. Swiatek 40-15, by the way. And a backhander from Raducanu. Oh, it's a winner. Advantage Raducanu. And we just serve now the backhand of Shrimkova. Forehand from Swiatek to the forehand of Shrimkova. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Then Shrimkova with a drop shot. Swiatek gets there and Shrimkova hits a lovely lob. All right, 40-30. And Raducanu, she hits it out, and we get back to deuce. Why does Roland Garros management still believe that women don't have the physique to play 5 sets? I don't think it's Roland Garros. And also, it's not their decision to make the scoring change. It'd be the ITF, who run all Grand Slams. But it's not as simple as whether or not they can physically play 5. That's not the issue. The issue would be, can we have 2 tournaments with best of 5 set play happening over 2 weeks? The answer is no. We don't have enough time in the day to play best of 5 sets, men and women. It's a time thing, right? I mean, we already struggle with half and half, right? So they'd have to make Grand Slams 3 weeks, probably. Or, the best option is a hybrid method where you have the women from quarterfinals onwards play 5, and the men from round 1 to 4 play 3 sets, and then the quarterfinals onwards are 5. So then we both have 5 setters, but we also have like enough that we can play everything in the first 2 weeks, because they can't play 3 weeks, because then what happens at Wimbledon? It gets pushed. So again, it's not as simple as like, can the women physically play? Because I think we can all agree that they're athletes and they can. But it's more of just like, well, how can you fit that many 5-set matches plus doubles and mixed doubles and juniors and whatever else into a 2-week period? That's the hard part. That's the hard part. That's the real question, right? All right, advantage Wang to get the set here. She's got a set point. All right, advantage Wang. As Raducanu serves. A fault. Second serve. Women can't play 5 sets physically. You don't know that. In fact, you're wrong, because they used to play 5 sets and they physically could do it back in the 80s and the 70s. Backhand rally. Into the forehand of Wang. Wang hits a winner. We're going 3. Wang takes the second. Raducanu fights back, but it wasn't enough. 6-4. Yeah, the WTA finals used to play 5 setters. And, yeah, there were some epics. Why you show women's match here when very rare people are interested in it? More interesting Carlos match going on. I don't like your tone. Anyways, 14 winners by Raducanu, 11 errors, 15 winners and 13 errors by Wang. And Shrimkova, by the way, 3-1 up with a lovely lob. Sorry, very few. Is that what you're saying? I couldn't read it. All right. (3-1) in the second. Shrimkova in the lead in the second. And we're going 3 with Wang versus Raducanu, so Alcaraz is going to have to wait. It takes time to adjust playing 5 sets even for men. Yeah, I know that as well. Again, that's an interesting conversation too, because I know that like the argument is that like, oh, women can't play 5 sets, they can't do it physically. But like, how often do you play 5 sets on the men's side anyway? If you're 200 in the world, you're not playing 5 setters every week. You're not playing 5 setters every month. You'll play 5 setters once a year, maybe. So I mean, that's interesting as well, Mike. You bring up an interesting point. Again, anyone who thinks that the women can't play 5 sets, I mean, yeah, you're right. The men can't play 5 sets sometimes. It's just that they get an opportunity to, I guess, practice and learn because they play matches in 5. But like Fonseca, before this year, he hadn't played a 5-set match, best of 5 sets, until the Australian Open. He played 1, and then he played a 5-setter in the second match, right? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's... Again, I don't think it should be a question of physicality and whether or not players can do it, because, yeah, like I just said, players that are 300 in the world don't play 5-setters maybe once in their career, right? And we're talking about best of 5, not 5-setters, right? Just because it's a best of 5 doesn't mean it goes 5. It could be 3 sets, right? And the women play 3 sets all the time. Look at this. Raducanu Wang, 3 sets, right? So saying that they can't play best of 5 is crazy because they might not have to play 5 every day. I mean, look at Draper at the start of the year. Played 3 5-setters in a row and then had to retire against Alcaraz, right? So, yeah. The best players in the world struggle with that, adjusting to that, right? But yeah, I think it's more of just a timing thing. I just don't think they have enough time in the 2 weeks to be able to do it. 30-15. Swiatek down a break. 30-15. Different workout routines. But like, I mean, I don't think that like all the ATP players are like practicing for 5-setters every week though. Like, I don't think the training and the gym work for the men's game is more intense for 5-setters because they rarely play them. I don't think there would be much training. I mean, again, everyone individually on the men's side has their own training regime anyway, so it's not like all the men train the same, right? And the women train less or anything. It wouldn't make sense for them to all be training for 5-set, like best of 5-set matches every week because they're not going to play them every week. And when they do play them, the 1 or 2 times they do play them a year, because if I look at Alcaraz, for example, 2024 Alcaraz, I'm going to guess he played about 5 5-setters, maybe, but he wouldn't be training for playing 5-setters. Yeah, okay, he'd be training endurance so he could play long matches, 5-setters included, but all these athletes are training to play 3 hours plus because they might have to. Remember, the other week, who was it? Zhang versus Gauff. They played for 3.5 hours. You don't think they can play 5 sets? You don't think Zhang versus Gauff could be 5 sets. Of course they could play 5 sets. Shelton versus Sonigo last night, 5-set match went for 3.5 hours. It was the same time as that Gauff match. And that Gauff match was 3 hours, 3 sets. So, again, there's no, like, it doesn't make sense to bring up physicality because there's players that can clearly play 5 sets in the women's, or best of 5, because they play long 3-setters. Just like the men play short 5-setters, right? I mean, it's interesting when we get to like 4 or 5 hours, how would it look, right? We don't know. We don't know if Gauff and Zhang in over 4 hours could sustain, or 5 hours. But I'd love to see it. I'd love to see if they what we get of that. Because, Alcaraz and Sinner, last year's French Open semi, they got to a point where they were both cramping. And it wasn't at 5 hours. It was earlier than that. It was within the 4th set. They like hand cramps for Sinner. Alcaraz's legs were going, right? It wasn't because they were playing 6 hours like Djokovic and Nadal. It was earlier than that. So again, I don't think it's a question of whether or not the ladies could because of the physicality. It's not about whether they could. It's whether or not, just like any player who we don't know about 5 sets, like Draper, when we saw him at the end of last year cramping, we're like, oh, can he play long matches? Fonseca at the start of the year, when we're like, we haven't seen him play a 5-setter. Could he do it? I don't know. Every player is going to have their problems over a distance of time of playing tennis anyway. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. Like, it doesn't matter. So I don't think we should even generalize that. It's crazy. Some players are really going to struggle in best of 5. Yeah. So they do on the men's side too, right? Anyways, Raducanu, love 40. But it's a great question. It's a great conversation. I hope we get to see 5-set women's tennis in our lifetimes because I think it's great. I think it would be awesome to watch epic 5-set semifinals for ladies. I think that would be sick. 2 sets of love down comebacks on the women's side. I would love that. I would love to see that. That'd be so sick. Anyways, Raducanu breaks 1 love. All right, 1 love. In the third, Raducanu. And Swiatek tries to break back. She gets to love 30. Love 30. Love 30. Hey, IR. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Ladies should have finals in the 5-set finals. I agree. I think 5-set finals would be a great start because it's not going to crash into any other matches because the final's on its own day. So, yeah, I would love to see 5-set finals for the ladies. At least that. I don't think there's any harm in that at all. Except for maybe, the step up from like best of 3 to best of 5 might be a bit of a interesting mental, like you got to switch. You got to switch over your mentality a little bit differently. But I think a 5-set final will be really fun. Swiatek gets a return winner. We're back on serve, 3-all. Casper's cruising. Yeah, Rude's about to win the match. Alcaraz won the first set 6-3, by the way. Hello. All right. Now, Carlos is cruising. As Raducanu lets the ball bounce into the forehand and goes into the backhand of Wang. Raducanu forehand into the forehand of Wang on the stretch. As Raducanu forehand again. Into the forehand of Wang. Down the line of the backhand of Raducanu. Raducanu in the net. 15-all. I'll tell you what, Chad. I know that people are asking why are we watching Raducanu instead of Carlos, but I'll tell you what, this match is much more interesting than the Carlos match right now. Carlos is cruising and this match is close as hell. Swiatek, by the way, 3-all. All right, 15-all as Raducanu serves again. Apparently, Sinner's never won a match over 4 hours. Yeah, there you go. There you go. But see, chat, we always have this conversation during slams, obviously. But it comes down to this. Do the ladies want to play 5 sets? Because I don't hear them talking about it. And if they don't want it, and the tournaments don't want to change the rule, it won't happen. You know? If there was players that were advocating for 5 sets, then maybe the tournaments would think about it. But no player said, I want to play best of 5, at least that I know of. It's mainly just us fans that are, like, there's obviously the people that want equal pay, blah, blah, blah. But then there's people like me who are just like, I just want to see it. I just want to see your 5-set finals. So then the finals that aren't an hour long, right? I want to see a long final if we can get that. I mean, the best Grand Slam finals are the 5-setters that we remember, right? I would love to see a epic 5-set finale for the ladies. 40 loves Swiatek. But if the players aren't asking for it and the tournaments don't want to change it, then it won't happen. Nothing will happen. Thanks for the commentary. I'm doing crazy thing watching Alcaraz and listening to you with 2 matches. Yeah, that is crazy. All right, Raducanu, 30-0. All right, 30-0. As Raducanu serves again. As a return goes to forehand of Raducanu. 4 now from Wang to the backhand of Raducanu to the backhand of Wang. Wang hits it out. 40-30. All right, 40-30. Swiatek, by the way, holds 4-3. If women can run ultra marathons, I'm sure they can play 5 sets. Yeah, if saying like 5-set best of 5 is too much for ladies, they don't change the length of a marathon for men and women, right? They don't change other things, like other disciplines, that I can think of off the top of my head. But like, we're talking about endurance, right? If it's too much endurance-wise, marathon runners don't run shorter distances. They do the same distance. It might be not as fast, right? But we're not playing men versus women. It's women versus women, men versus men. It's just a length of time thing, right? So I don't think saying it's too much. It's like they'll adjust. It's their job. They're professional athletes. Like, they will adjust. For the one time they might play a 5-setter. Because there's no guarantee you play 5 sets, right? It's just like the players that play 4-hour 3-set matches, right? Haddad Maia versus Tormo, right? Those matches, those players can do it, right? I mean, you'll adjust. It's part of tennis is so physical anyway. Like, it'll just push them a little bit harder than they have before. But again, it's the one time that you play a 5-setter, right? I mean, you don't play 5-setters every single week, every single round. All right, love 15. Raducanu's got the break here. 2 love. And double fault from Wang. Love 30. So Rude gets the win. Anyone picked Rude to win the tournament? Also, Nishioka retired against Popperin. That's a shame for him. He's had a lot of injuries lately. Quarters winning at the moment. Raducanu, love 30. Swiatek also love 30. Also, Veronika Kudermetova wins her match earlier today. She might be a sneaky chance. You got to watch out for her. All right, 15-30 here, Raducanu. Trying to get a double break. And Shrimkova's trying to avoid a break here in this set. $15.30 as we got a fault from Wang, second serve. As the backhand return goes the backhand of Wang. Wang on the net, 15-40. Raducanu, double break point. I'm not for best of three in the men's slams. It'll be impossible for historical comparisons. Yeah, I don't think men's best of three sets for every round would be. I think that'd be crazy. I wouldn't like that. Because you're right. How do we justify? Like, how do we compare slams then? Right? Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, you could argue that if you change the women's to best of five, that also how do you compare Serena's slams to five setters? But then you also go, well, what about 2-week Masters? Rome and Madrid are much harder to win now. Does that change Rafa's? Does that change what Rafa did? No, but it's also something to talk about. Because now they're going to play, like, winning Rome is way harder now than it maybe was. Because you have to play more matches, you have to, 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. Also, though, we could go back to in the day when they didn't play tie breaks. And it used to be win by two back in the 60s and the 50s. Are those worth more than today's slams? Like, it's hard, What about the slams that don't have tie breaks at the end? In the fifth set tie breaks, and those ones that went 20-18 in the fifth, are they worth more if you win those matches than a tie break the fifth set, right? There's a lot of little things we could nitpick, I guess, about it. But I get what you're saying. I don't think best of three should be throughout the entire slam. That'd be crazy. Because then what makes the slam special then? On the men's side especially, as we get a backhand in there from Wang. 3-love. From Kovac still down break point here, 30-40. That's why I am for the hybrid method. First 3 rounds, best of 3. Fourth round onwards, best of 5. Both men and women. First 3 rounds could wrap up in a couple of days, and then best of 5 from the fourth round onwards. Half and half. I like it. I think that's a good, nice balance. And then by the end of the tournament, we get those epic 5-setters, not just on the men's side, on the women's side too, though. Those potential 5-set matches, Chad, don't tell me you don't want a Swiatek versus Sabalenka 5-set match. Come on. You know you want that. You know you want to see a Swiatek-Sabalenka best of 5 semi-final at the French Open. Anyways, backhand to backhand rally. Shrimkova goes down the line. The forehand Swiatek sliced into the backhand of Shrimkova. She puts it away. Especially this year. I want to see it this year. French Open. Change your rules right now. Change your rules. I want to see Swiatek-Sabalenka semi-final. Best of 5 sets. I think we need it. I like that idea. Yeah, it's not my idea. It's kind of, I think some people in the chat had heard that idea, and I'm like, that's actually cool. A cool idea. I think it hopefully makes the majority of people happy. Sort of, ticks every box we can tick, Anyways, Shrimkova into the forehand Swiatek to the forehand Shrimkova. Swiatek down the line, win up. And it's back to deuce. Do you think one of the slams will make the change first, or would they have to all agree? They'd all have to agree on it. Because it wouldn't make sense if one slam made one change and the others didn't. It's different with scoring because, the scoring wasn't as. I mean, the US Open always had tiebreak fifth sets, and the other slams didn't. So it wasn't as big of a deal when they changed it. But yeah, if one slam had best of 3 sets in the first 3 rounds and then best of 5 after, it'd have to be the entire. All the slams would have to be on that page. You couldn't have, because then the one slam that did do it would be so different from the others. It would just feel so different, I don't know if it would be made that one slam look worse or make it look harder and better. I don't know. But if they only experiment on one slam, it would be crazy. All right, forehand net on the line at the back end of Shrimkova, backhand of Swiatek, the forehand of Shrimkova. Into the backhand of Swiatek, Shrimkova back on the stretch. As it back in again from Shrimkova to the back of Swiatek. Again, the back of Shrimkova. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Shrimkova back in again. Is a drop shot, but it's in the net. We're back to deuce. We don't want to see you falling apart, trying to commentate forever. It's just not fair on you. It's fine. I'll be fine. That's why I want best of 3 sets for the first week of slams when there's lots more matches. So, like, from a personal point of view, if we had best of 3 sets in the first week of a slam and then best of 5 after that, it would make my job a lot easier because best of 3 can finish like that, right? 1 hour over. Sometimes they go 3 hours, but second half of the tournament, I'm expecting to have 5 setters, but there's less matches. So it kind of means that the tournament's a little bit more even spread for me because most of the matches we watch will either be easy wins for the best players or some upsets, which are close. Second half of the tournament, best players in the world playing each other, 5 setters. But there's only a couple. You know what I mean? First week, I'm watching 30 matches. Second week, I'm watching half that. But the second half is more because there's more. Does that make sense? Is that making sense? So it wouldn't wreck me. It would probably be better for me than having to watch 5 setters in the first round, which are brutal. No, by the way, this is not my opinion because I'm based on my streaming. I'm not saying I want this for me. I'm saying I want this because I think there'll be run. Actually, no, I am saying it's for me because I want to see 5-set finals in the women's. All right, Swiatek breaks 5-3. It is for me because I want to see 5 setters for the ladies. All right, Swiatek's going to serve the match. Evolution doesn't wait for everyone to change at the same time. Yeah, I think if we're ever going to get anywhere with this conversation, it would be one Grand Slam decides to do a 5-set final for ladies. That's it. And I'll tell you what, it might not be as crazy as you think because a 5-set final for ladies would generate a lot more revenue if it does go for 5 sets because it could be 5 hours, broadcast would be longer, means that, they can play ads during the broadcast and stuff like that. I mean, a 1 hour women's final is not going to be as good as a 5 hour women's final, right? So I feel like it's more likely than not that we're going to get a 5-set final in a Grand Slam at some point because it is maybe financially beneficial for the tournament, maybe. You know what I'm saying? At least for the broadcast, it's beneficial, right? The longer they're on. The longer they're on TV, the better, right? Especially when we start getting these sub 1 hour finals, which are just over in 2 seconds, and we're like, oh, that was boring. That doesn't help the sport either, right? So I feel like it might not be the whole thing changes in one go, but maybe we get one tournament say we're going to do a 5-set final for the ladies, and it has to be financially beneficial for the tournament to make that determination though. If they're not going to gain anything from it, they won't do it, But I feel like it could happen. All right. Raducanu, deuce. She's got a double break here, 3-love. Let's get back to these matches. We've had our one conversation, our big conversation about 5-set matches. Now we can get back to the tennis. All right. Raducanu serves. Into the forward of Wang. Back at Raducanu. Into the forward of Wang as Raducanu forward at the stretch. Wang gets it. Again, the forward of Raducanu, who hits it wide. Advantage Wang. And Swiatek 30-15. 2 points away from victory. As we get a forehand from Shrimkova goes long. 40-15. And Swiatek's had to fight back here in the second set. But she is at match point to take her spot in the second round. And let me do some quick math. 22 wins in a row at the French Open. Not at the venue, but at Roland Garros. 22 wins in a row. The streak continues as she serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Wang gets one of the breaks back, by the way, 3-1. Serve is a double fault, Swiatek, all right. All right, Wang gets one back. (40-30), Swiatek with a second set point. (40-30). Match point number 2 for Swiatek. Serving to the backhand from Kova. Return goes back to Swiatek. Oh, an Iga in the net. Deuce. Now switch the conversation to DVDs. No, not yet. We're going to do that later in the week when we have less to talk about. All right. Great body serve, Swiatek. And she gets a third match point. Alcaraz, by the way, is 2-0 in the second. Again, when Raducanu Wang finishes, we'll chuck Alcaraz on as well. Swiatek serves match point number 3. And she serves Shrinkova in the net on the return. And Swiatek wins 3-3. Good fight back in the second too. She was down a break. And she fights back to take the straight sets win. She'll now take on somebody. She'll now take on the winner of... Oh, the winner of this match. Oh. How convenient. She'll take on the winner of Wang Raducanu. I didn't even know that. I'm an idiot. I should have known that. Why didn't I know that? What the hell? Yeah, she's going to take on the winner of this match. This is so relevant. Chat, everybody who asked me why we're watching these matches, because they're playing each other in the second round. That's why we're watching it. That's why we're watching it. Well, that's why we're watching it now. I've just made that up now. Now we're watching it for that reason. That's so crazy. How did I not know that? I must have bumped my head. Anyways, Raducanu will play Swiatek if she can win. But Wang is fighting on as we get a backhand from Wang. That goes out 40-30. We're going to merge the streams though. Now that Swiatek is done. We've got Badosa versus Osaka coming up as well. So keep that in mind as well. But we'll merge the streams at the end of this game. 40-30. Raducanu backhand return. The forehand of Wang. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Wang with the forehand of the stretch. Goes out. And we get to deuce. You need to retire, Cam. Okay, bro. You need to be nicer. What do you do for work? Maybe you should stop doing that. Because you're not... You made a mistake once. God, chat. People that don't have profile pictures can be really rude. Anyways, jump on over. Jump on over if you want to keep watching Raducanu, but we'll be watching Osaka versus Badosa very shortly. Swiatek wins. Straight sets, 3-3. A little bit of a fight in the middle. She's going to play the winner of this match, so if you are a Swiatek fan, maybe you do want to stick around and see who she plays, because Wang and Raducanu are still going. But she's in the second round. Swiatek's streak continues. All right. All right. As Raducanu gets back to deuce. Nice hitting from Raducanu. As Wang hits it in the net, advantage Raducanu. Advantage Raducanu. Raducanu to take the double break here in the second. In the third. As Wang backhand to the backhand of Raducanu. Wang with a forehand. Goes out. 4-1. Raducanu. All right. 4-1. Okay. They were talking about you on French Open Radio last night? You mean Cam Norrie? They weren't talking about me. Why are you not watching Alcaraz? Because the schedule is bad. The schedule is bad. I said once Raducanu finishes, we'll watch Alcaraz. We've got to wait for Raducanu to finish. Raducanu, don't let this slip away. Yeah, the schedule sucks. Yeah. Also, he's cruising anyway, so we'll hopefully... I mean, look, if he loses the second set and we watch him in the third and fourth, then we'll get our money's worth. But, yeah, unfortunately, the schedule is just a little messy. Do you think Emma can trouble Swiatek if she can make this match? Maybe. They looked at your YouTube channel on air? Oh, no. Why? Why do they do that? I don't want... That's not... I don't want that. Hi. 4-1. Chat. We gotta hide. Hide, chat. 15 love. As Raducanu serves. As with a forehand down the line, into the slice of Wang. Forehand again to the backhand of Wang, into the forehand of Raducanu. Is Wang backhand again, the forehand of Raducanu. And so we have a slice now into the forehand of Wang. She puts it away. 15-0. Angela, I have no idea what you're saying. 15-0. Wait, though. To do a collab with Gigi Salmon, honest. Wait, what? Angela, I need to hear what... You need to find this, and I need to hear this, because I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard anything. Anyways, 15-0. As that goes out by Wang, and it's 30-15. Are you saying that Gigi Salmon wants to collaborate with our little house here? That can't be right. When you got it? You can't. I didn't. I don't know what's going on. You got to send me something. 30-15. Yeah, what context? Where they're like, there's this maniac on YouTube that screams at 4 a.m. How did that even come up? Anyways, backhand on the stretch. Goes out by Wang. It's 40-15. There's this psycho in Australia that stays up until 5 a.m. screaming into the void. Like, how does that even come up? 40-15. By the way, Alcaraz about to break. Yeah, he's got a dog, and his dog is cute. They were talking about Mia, weren't they? As the return goes in, the forehand of Raducanu, forehand from Wang to the back of Raducanu. Raducanu gets it out, and it's 40-30. Marcus Buckland was talking about your thumbnail picture. Wait, what? Why is Roland Garros Radio talking about the chat? We are but a small basement dwelling. I'm streaming from the basement here. I mean, I'm in my mum's basement. What are we doing? Anyways, 4-1 winner from Raducanu 5-1. Why would they talk about thumbnails? I don't understand what is going on. This is so random. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. I need to... Alcaraz breaks, by the way. All right, 5-1. Yeah. Why were they talking about thumbnails? I'm so confused. No worries. Thank you, Simon. Appreciate it, mate. Glad you enjoy. Anyways, Wang serving to stay in the match. Osaka and Badosa is coming up soon. As Raducanu hits it out, 30 love. As Wang serves. Into the back of Raducanu. Backing it from Wang to the front of Raducanu. Into the front of Wang. Raducanu slice. As Wang hits a drop shot. That's too good. 40 love. Okay, Angela. So you're saying that Roland Garros Radio want to collab with us. They want to come in and hang out here, or they want us to hey, look. If Roland Garros Radio, if you're listening, which I doubt you will because you're probably doing your own thing, but we accept. We would love that. That'd be so crazy. Chuck, do you want to collaborate with Roland Garros Radio? That's insane. And it's 40-15. That's crazy. In French? No, I think they speak English. At least I hope they. I can't speak French. A lady in the crowd messaged them and said they wanted you on the channel, hence the discussion about you. That's okay. Well, shout out to whoever did anonymously said that to them. So what, they were like, who the hell is this guy? Is that what they said? They were probably like, what the hell is this? What's this? Who's this guy? And then they were like, oh, he has a YouTube channel. That's cool. Anyway, it's 5-2, Raducanu 7 for the match. Shout out to whoever asked them or emailed them or whatever. That makes sense how it would have come up then, I guess. All right, 5-2. Raducanu 7 for the match. That's cool though. That's cool. But look, they had heard of Tennis Talk. But okay, let's put it into context. Australian Open, we know, Australian Open know about the channel. They're cool. I don't think US Open know about us at all. ATP are cool. We know we're cool. I don't know if Wimbledon has ever come across the channel, but maybe they have. But Roland Garros, I don't think has ever. Maybe they have. But then, a lot of people that work on Roland Garros Radio also work on Australian Open Radio, and so maybe they heard from the Australian Open or something. I'm not going anywhere. What are you talking about leaving? I'm not going anywhere. But that's cool. I mean, Tennis Channel, we've done a thing with Tennis Channel before. That was cool. Raducanu serving for the match. By the way, Alcaraz about to go up 2 sets to love. God, do we really jump on the Alcaraz match now? I mean, ring up Roland Garros Radio and tell them what's up. No, look, that'd be cool. We get Marcus Buckland or Gigi Salmon to come over here and have a chat, or we chat with them on simultaneously. I don't know whatever they want to do. That's cool. We can do that. That'd be fun. As the backhand return goes the backhand of Raducanu. Wang hits in there, 30 love. That'd be cool, chat. Do a Roland Garros collab. That'd be sick. No point watching Carlos now. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Tsitsipas just started. All right, 30 love. As a default, second serve. Second serve. 2 points away. As a backhand return out of the front of Raducanu. Backhand out from Wang. And Raducanu's slice goes wide. All right. All right, 30-15. As we go to backhand return. Nope, that's a fault by Raducanu. Second serve. $30-15. Why is there no line tech here? Because I just don't think the French Open wanted to I think it's necessary. Because clay makes a mark on the ground. 40-15, 2 match points for Emma Raducanu to take on Swiatek in the second round. Woo! That's a good match. That's going to be a real fun match. I hope. 40-15 as a default second serve. Second serve. Serving to the front of Wang. Return the backhand of Raducanu. Into the slice of Wang. She hits a drop shot. That's too good. 40-30. 40-30. I'll throw a party if Emma wins against Iga. Yeah, it'd be interesting. 40-30, match point number 2. Is it a fault from Raducanu? Second serve. Into the backhand of Wang. Return is good. Into the forehand of Wang, and Wang puts it away. Ooh. All right, deuce. Carl serving for the second. Yeah. He's about to go up 2 sets of love. Navarro was underplayed since the loss. Has underplayed since the loss to Raducanu just as a measure. Maybe, yeah. All right, first serve to fault, second serve. We do have Badosa taking on Osaka very shortly as well. So after this, well, if Raducanu wins this game, we will take a short break before we get back to those matches. All right. Advantage Wang to get one of the breaks back. The Alcaraz match is tough because it's... I wanted to watch Alcaraz so bad today too. Man, the schedule really ruined us today. But we get this epic, so that's fun. It's not all bad. We get an epic match. That's always good. Wang with a chance to break back. At least get one of the break points back. Or breaks back. Second serve. To the backhand of Wang. As we're backhand of Raducanu to the forehand of Wang. Into the slice of Raducanu. Drop shot is good. Wang hits the tape, goes in. Raducanu backhand. Wang volleys. Raducanu forehand. Winner. We get back to deuce. We get back to deuce. All right. Why does Carlos wear nose tape? Because he to help him breathe. All right. All right, advantage Wang. Break point again to get one of these breaks back. Osaka's outfit is unreal. I'll have to check it out. Advantage Wang. Was it a fault from Raducanu? Second serve. Second serve. Alcaraz up 2 sets of love. 2 sets of love. As the return goes into the backhand of Raducanu. Backhand now from Wang is a drop shot winner. She gets one back. 5-3. 1 second. Five, 3. Five, 3. All right. Still a break, though, for Raducanu. As Wang hits it out. Love 15. Love 15. As Wang serves another fault, second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Wang. Wang in the net. Oof. That looked painful. She has, by the way, we didn't mention, Wang is wearing an elbow, like an elbow brace or strap on her arm, like a compression sleeve on her right arm. And that forehand looked tough. Love 30. Just served on the tee as a fault, second serve. As with a 4 now from Wang. That's a winner, 15-30. All right. As Wang hits it out, and we got 15-40. Raducanu with the 2 match points to take her spot against Swiatek in the second round. Okay. 15-40. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Double fault, and that just makes sense because Wang has hit a lot of double faults. All right, Raducanu versus Swiatek, second round. That'll be happening on Thursday? No, Wednesday. I forgot we started yesterday, Sunday. They'll be playing on Wednesday. Probably a Wednesday night. If that's not a night match, Roland Garros, what are you doing? It has to be a night match. That has to be a night match. I mean, how do you not have that as a night match? That's obviously a night match. Okay. Raducanu takes the dub. Now, I'm going to send you guys over to the Osaka match because we've got Osaka versus Badosa coming up. So jump on over there, talk amongst yourselves, and we will continue this mad day. I don't know what we do with Alcaraz, but I don't know. He's up 2 sets of love. I don't know. I'll make a decision in the next 5 minutes whether or not we watch that as well. But Raducanu versus Swiatek. It's happening. It's happening. We're having a second round battle between them. They did play at the Australian Open as well. It wasn't a great match, but hopefully this one time around is going to be a little bit closer. But Raducanu beats Wang 7-5, 4-6, 6-3. She's into the second round.